I tell you what, though, I'd rather talk about a bike here and there than talk about Carlos Mencia.
If we ever do it, it's gonna be the shortest episode ever. I don't know how we're gonna have any material to talk about a comedian from 20 years ago.
Carlos Mencia. Yeah, I don't know why he's so eager to have that conversation.
No,
I don't know what I would say. I have no words.
I guess we can get into Dane Cook too. Didn't he allegedly steal jokes or something?
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with my co-host, nearest and dearest in the building. Got DJ Doey Fresh on the ones and twos.
Yo.
Tech Fleece Dough.
Yeah, fleeced up.
Fleeced all the way up. Also in the building, the bald one, the great one, Pucho.
What's going on, my brother?
Not much. The glistening is just wet. It's out there. It's just shining.
It's all natural, baby. Don't put nothing. I just shaved the head. That's it.
It looks like they took the thing that they go over the ice with, the Zamboni, the Zam something. It looks
Is
like
it called a Zamboni?
I don't know, the thing that goes over the ice and makes it nice and
resurfacing
sheen.
it.
Yeah.
The thing they drive.
Yeah.
Last but not
Excellent.
least,
Zamboni Pooch.
Zamboni Pooch. I actually like that. That's not bad. Last but not least, the Texas one without a gun, Mateo.
How's it going, Tony? It is late.
Oh,
Why we do these things so late?
It's early, baby. It's early if you look at it.
I guess in some sense it's early.
Or the early bird gets the worm, man.
What is this? The After Hours podcast or something?
This might be.
Some would say.
Well, you wouldn't be here if that was the case. It's crazy going back and watching the first episode ever. It's just like, what was I thinking with that name? Thank God the change came.
I like the idea of us going back and doing our old stuff and just doing the exact same conversations. Like we write scripts for ourselves based on the shit we say.
That's what Doey said. Doey was like, let's go back and listen to what we said. So then let's just re-record. I'm like, I'm not gonna say what 2 years ago me said. I'm gonna just have my own opinion. That guy's probably wrong about a lot of shit. Okay, I have different views. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't mean it like that, but yeah. I just meant like we should like remaster our old stuff. Like should like try to do it again. Because if you go back, some of those topics were pretty good for like, you know what I mean? We had some pretty good topics back then. The first 20.
Someone said we burned through our best topics
right away.
I mean, if you remember correctly, the first 5 episodes was all about bikes. Bikes and bikes and bikes.
There was a lot of bike material for sure.
Yeah. Tired of the bike talks.
We're going to get into it. I'm going to the 5-borough bike tour this weekend with watcher of the pod, our boy Matt.
He doesn't watch the pod. He definitely does not watch the pod.
Damn.
He very proudly does not watch the pod.
What a hater.
Non-watcher of the
Who's
pod.
this guy?
Real friends that we all know.
I know this guy.
Maybe not. You probably gamed with him before, though. Honestly,
Probably shot him in the head in the video game, and now he hates
proudly hates on the pod.
he doesn't hate the pod, but he very proudly refuses to watch anything from the pod. He watches the shorts I send him, and that's about it.
Some people, they ain't with it yet. You know what I mean? But that's when you know who's the real. Like our boy Broshi. Broshi gave us 77 likes yesterday. He liked all of our
77 likes.
just went down. Our boy was liking, bro. All right, and that's the type of dedication we need. Okay.
I'm not.
If you haven't, hold on. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button because we have a video out right now. 400 views, 1 like. I'm like, what is this? Like, we can't get a like out here, bro. Like, we can't get nothing, a comment, a share. Nary a share.
I've just been watching Reddit recently to see if we end up on like one of those like YouTubes making fun of like people. like just like any of our clips, if they ever make it on like a Reddit, like a subreddit that's just make fun of YouTube people, hasn't happened yet. I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it means that we're doing something right. We
It's
got
probably a
somebody's
good thing at this
attention.
point.
Yeah.
Gotta say, though, get your shit off some more. I like that energy. It's just providing.
No,
It's just
facts.
good
We need it.
energy. I like
We
it.
need to remind people that we appreciate them.
I
Daddy
appreciate-
Teddy.
I appreciate all 541 of our subscribers.
Fuck the whole
Did-
call out.
Did we get our YouTube music fixed, or is that a temporary fix we put in place for Teddy?
I looked at it. It looks like we official, so I'm gonna roll with that. I already posted it
Yeah.
on our Twitter
No,
and
we're
everything.
official.
I was like,
It's fixed.
yeah, it looks good. All right. Shout out to Tech Daddy Teddy. He was telling us, bro, y'all lacking. Y'all could be getting these YouTube music views. And also he would like to use it. He's like, I use this shit. So he's like, I'd like to have your podcast on here too. So shout out to him because he actually put us on recently.
Absolutely.
Not back. Big shout outs. Big shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't like my big shout outs?
I thought you were gonna
you
kick
was
off the
going full
soundboard.
Chet- Yeah, I thought you were going full Chet Hanks there. You heard that? Like, he was putting a little- I heard you.
That's great.
You was talking. You was on your white boy summer shit.
I want
Yeah.
my white boy summer shit. It's
Okay.
almost summer. Definitely almost summer. I can't wait. Not
He
gonna
was
lie.
about to be on his big up.
Big ups.
Tony is
Big up.
Tony is the original Island Boy.
I am the original.
Yo,
Island
why I
Boy.
saw a
Mhm.
picture
Oh.
of the Island Boys allegedly with Jeffrey Epstein. You saw that?
What?
What?
It was like a picture of two young boys. I mean, it shouldn't laugh because Jeffrey Epstein, but it was a picture of two young boys. One was blonde, one was like had darker hair, and they kind of looked like twins. And they were saying that those two kids are the Island Boys, but like when they were younger. or something.
What?
No way. That
That's
is wild.
It seems unbelievable. It's just something I like crossed they were like, look at the Island Boys. Makes so much sense. And it's like a picture of them. And Jeffrey Epstein got like a hand on both their heads or some shit like that. It's terrible.
But now I'm super excited for the summer. We got a family friends vacation coming up. I'm trying to do a trip out to NY with the pod. Hopefully we get that settled down and do an in-person recording maybe. And then going to what was it, San Fran? We're going to San Francisco?
You don't even know where he's
Are you
going.
talking
I don't
about
even
from PAX West?
Yeah, from PAX West. Where are we going? What
you're,
state?
You're going to the wrong city, bro.
San Francisco,
All I know is
baby.
all I know I booked it. I'm ready to go.
So someone check Tony's flight tickets.
Pucho's my assistant when it comes to flights. He needs to set it up. He's just slacking.
Tony's gonna be in San Francisco by himself, like calling us up. Where you all at?
I'm out here.
Somebody just broke the back window of my car right now.
I
I don't know
googled this.
what's happening.
I googled this Airbnb we're staying at. It says it's 36 hours away.
Can't be right.
No, yeah, I'm excited, man. Can't wait
PAX
for
West,
vacation.
dude. PAX West is gonna be good stuff.
Yeah, a lot. Hopefully, we get a lot of content. Just go out there, enjoy, and promote. Big promotes.
Mhm.
I've been working on my PAX bod. All right. I've been working on it. Come September, I'm gonna be down over 100 pounds. That's my
That's
claim.
crazy.
All right?
I'm making
That's
the
what I'm shooting for.
I'm making the claim for Booch right now. Booch is gonna have a 12 pack by the time we get 2 packs.
Hold me to it. If I don't have a 12 pack, you guys should bring me a 12 pack. Just to be like, you're trash. Here's a 12 pack because you don't got a 12 pack. I'll accept it.
Yeah.
Hold me to it.
It's fire.
I love it. That's good energy. I like it. It's wholesome.
You hold somebody to it, right? It's the best way. But do we get to choose the beer though? I'll give you like a 12 pack of Coors Light.
Ugh, natty
drinking
ice.
that. Natty Ice.
Choose the-
Fucking.
I didn't make my own 12 pack, so you bring your 12 pack of your choosing. I accept it. I would hope you would be spreading love and positivity. You know what I'm saying?
Good beers.
You're gonna come through with Coors Light. You know, we don't do Bud Light no more. I'm kidding. Yeah, come through with Bud Light. I don't want to drink that crap because it sucks.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
Um,
People still
What's
drink
crazy?
Bud Light and Coors Light and Natty Ice. I just don't understand.
There's a market there. They call it football beer because you take so many for you to get drunk. You can watch an entire football game and kind of just ride a buzz.
I can
So, like-
I can drink some Coors Light. You know how you know that I can actually drink some Coors Light? Because I've got a preference. I like the yellow belly, like the little bottles. And when I'm ordering it at the bar, I say, take one Coors Light. Because that's how you order a Coors Light at the bar.
Coors
Pronounce
Light?
Coors Light.
Coors Light?
I've never
Never.
ordered one at the bar. I don't think I ever will. Yeah, those beers are, to me, those are just like college beers. They're
sure.
so cheap, and when we were in college, right, we just wanted to be drinking beer the whole time, like Doey said. So it's like you could be pounding beers back while playing poker, or you could buy a shitload of Bud Light and play like a bunch of beer pong and things like that, and you don't really run out of beer as fast. You start buying these craft beers, you're gonna go broke. People throwing ping pong balls into a fucking IPA. It's like,
That'd be funny.
It'd be expensive.
Bringing out your 90-minute Dogfish Head IPA.
Yeah.
You paid $15 for a 4-pack of.
DK, the ball that fell on the ground, everybody stepped on. Satellite Cup Doughboys 90 IPA. Over
Shit
with.
it's gonna throw off the ABV, bro.
I gotta say though, Texas does have a lot of good craft beers. Not gonna lie.
There's a brewery or two down here.
I remember when we went there and I pulled up on you guys. You guys were at one of those spots. I was tight. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little tight because you guys are so lit, and I'm fresh off a plane, and I don't even have a beer in my hand. I think maybe it might have been Doughboy, but I feel like it was Pucho. Just came with a big old cup of beer for me, like, here, drink.
exactly. How you gonna put that on dough? I literally, as soon as you pulled up, I handed you the beer.
It was
right? I
amazing.
wanted you to be instantly infused into the party. Right?
I was infused for sure with the luggage on me. I was backpack dough, but I was toned though. Ooh, backpack dough. That's fire though.
Backpack.
Yeah.
Dough.
There's no backpacks allowed at the 5 Borough, but I'm bringing my backpack and I'm gonna tell those people suck my dick. I'm riding in this fucking shit, whether you like it or not.
How are they going to enforce that?
I have no idea, but they
It's
said
a
don't
bu-
bring your backpack.
It's a bike tour, right? Like you
I-
could just start
Bro.
following other. that
We're gonna-
doesn't make any
We're
sense.
gonna have a big conversation about New York City in a little bit.
What's the logic behind not bringing a backpack?
The Boston bomber.
That's why.
I wouldn't bring your backpack.
Yeah, you're gonna be. Yeah. Don't do
I'll
that.
tell them, just look, it's just marijuana. That's it. That's all I have.
You have a back.
Right?
You gonna go with a backpack full of marijuana?
Hells yeah, I'm gonna be smoking. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be
Five-
vibing.
5 pounds of Kush.
Might
That's-
even take some shrooms. It's gonna be an event, all right?
You're gonna crash for sure.
No, I'm not.
On shrooms, riding a bike through NYC.
I'm gonna be vibing.
Don't
Then-
crack your
and-
elbow.
What
You-
the vibes look like? All right. I
That's-
ride. I can't. I try to ride as safe as possible, but God, let's hope nothing happens.
I
Because
try to ride as safe as possible, but I have a backpack full of drugs and I'm gonna eat it all up. Like that is definitely not safe.
and music.
I found the fixie I'm going to buy, Doey.
Mm.
Go!
I found the fixie I'm going to buy.
I'm so
It's got-
excited.
It's got a flip flop, so like I don't have to be fixie if I don't want to commit to it. But I think I'm going to try riding it fixie for a bit.
Good.
Once I can ride
Can
again.
we explain what a
Wait.
fixie is?
No brakes.
It has handbrakes.
Okay, thank God. All right.
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
God.
It'll have handbrakes.
All right.
What's a fixie?
So there's two kinds of single gear bikes. There's fixies and then there's just single gear. Single gear you pedal, and then if you stop pedaling, the pedals don't move, but the bike keeps moving. The fixie is permanently attached. So when you pedal, the wheels move. When you stop pedaling, the pedal moves on its own because it's
Keep some-
fixed to the wheel. So it's moving as the bike is moving.
Is that the normal ways of bikes? The fixie?
It's old school. It's definitely old school. It's what the hipsters ride.
Oh, so you don't want a fixie on normal bikes then now today? Right?
Even the word fixie is like a dirty word in the cycling community. It's weird once you get
Is it
in.
really?
Yeah, people would say it's a fixed gear.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, everybody's the outside. You don't really like know, but like yeah, fixies are cool, bro. There's a lot of cool track bikes, a lot of cool fixies. I can't wait to see what you get. That's fucking exciting.
Oh, it's all white and black. It's just all white and black. The frame is just this pearl, straight white, super white color on it.
Do you
Should
know
be good
what the
stuff.
gear? Do you know what the gear set's gonna be? Like how many? What's your cassette in the front, and then your gear set in the back?
Ooh, I don't know that much. It's one of the state bikes, so it's
Yeah.
whatever their default little like gear is. I'm not paying $350 for like one of their special custom
Um,
gears or anything.
What I'm saying is, when you start to ride in your area,
Mhm.
you can work on gear sets that work better for your terrain and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Because some gear sets on fixies, it might be a little too hard.
Mhm.
Because maybe you're in a hilly area, so you need a smaller gear set. It's important to like make sure you're comfortable with the gear set.
Makes sense.
A lot of bike talk. Every week is a bike talk.
hmm
I'm getting sick of these bike talks.
My eyes light up when you talk about that.
Yeah, the bike talk's a little intense. So it was a little intense. I was like, all right, I don't know. Just at the end. I used to ride mountain bikes for a long time.
Mhm.
And just, yeah, when you want to go faster, you go to your biggest gears, but they are the hardest to pedal. If you're going to go uphill, you go to like
the lowest gears.
the smaller gears. It's very fast pedaling. So
Mhm.
yeah, if you're buying a bike with a single gear, then yeah, you got to try to figure out what the one size fits all gear for the terrain you live around. Yeah.
Mhm.
I tell you what though, I'd rather talk about a bike here and there than talk about Carlos Mencia. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. I can't believe Doey's so infatuated with talking about that guy.
I'm glad he's
That would, if we ever do it, it's gonna be the shortest episode ever. I don't know how we're gonna have any material to talk about a comedian from 20 years ago.
Carlos Mencia. Yeah, I don't know why he's so eager to have that conversation.
No,
I don't know what I would say. I have no words.
I guess we can get into Dane Cook too. Didn't he allegedly steal jokes or something?
Dane Cook. I remember people didn't like that guy.
Everyone loved him for a little bit, man. Dane Cook was everywhere, but everyone I talked to said they hated him. Like, who were his fans? Who was watching him?
Yeah, I didn't have no problem with the guy. Thought he was
He
funny.
was good. He was good in the movie Waiting.
Right. My favorite, yeah, when the guy, at the end of Waiting, when the guy quits, and he's like, and you're the biggest piece of shit of them all. And he leaves. He's pointing at Dane Cook, and Dane Cook's like, what the fuck did I do, man? What did I do, man? I always found that hilarious. The only thing I found Dane Cook funny in.
So that little
What a
10
good
seconds.
movie. I bet it. I wonder if it holds up. It's been so long since I watched it, but man, what a good movie at the time.
I think it holds up.
There's a lot of things that I don't know. I like the only thing I remember about that whole movie was those people came in right at the last second closing time and they just straight they violated that dude's state.
Mhm.
Throwing it in his pants in the back, in the front, throwing a little danger salt on it. It's a violation.
It's the woman. The
Oh,
woman
it's
put
the
her
woman.
finger in there. Not hard. This steak is cold. You're like, no, we'll fix it right away. Yeah, my brother worked at a restaurant for a little bit. He said that it got pretty gross back there.
That sounds miserable. This is why I don't complain at restaurants, dude. It's food. I'll eat food. I don't care unless you're serving me like raw chicken or something. Like,
There's
Yeah.
people that I don't even go out with because I know their tactics.
actually, that's a question. If a restaurant served you raw food, are you actually going to send it back to cook it further, or are you just not trusting the restaurant anymore and you're just not going to order anything?
I would already be super sketched out if it was raw, and I'd be like, whoa, somebody back there is not bar rescue Doughy would activate, all right? Somebody back there needs to get fired.
What's the name? John Tafar? What was
Shut the entire establishment
What
down.
happened?
Nah, so for me, it would depend, right? If it's a place I've been to plenty of times,
Mhm.
then my reaction would probably be like, all right, somebody just messed up this one day. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but like, let's figure out what the hell's going on. But if it's like a new place, a place I haven't been to, I'm out of there. I'd be like, yo, look, I'll look at the waiter, waitress, whoever, and be like, yo, look, this chicken is raw. You see it's raw, right? All right, I'm out of here. I ain't paying for this. I don't want you to cook nothing else for me. I'm respectfully getting the hell out. I don't trust what y'all doing. I'll be out. I ain't sending back a piece of chicken for them to actually cook this time.
Well,
Yeah.
if is it
You
more
lost me as a customer, yeah.
is it more that you're afraid that they can't cook it or they're gonna mess with your food?
The former, honestly, for me, I don't trust their cooking ability anymore. I don't want to eat there.
Okay, I was gonna say 'cause
Send John Taffer in there, all right? Immediately.
Oh, John Taffer.
Does John Tapper
Still-
save restaurants
still-
as well?
I mean, the bars have food attached to them sometimes.
He's a
So
jack
he'll
of all
save
trades.
Bars
Yeah, so-
and bars and grills.
Yeah.
Bar and grill.
He gets tactical everything. Everyone he gets is the expert. The biggest expert.
Oh, that's just like the Pawn Star dudes, where someone brings in like
Oh,
an
yeah.
obscure like coin from the Civil War, and they're like, "Oh, we've got a Civil War coin expert that we can bring in for this one."
It's crazy how many experts they got at like hands reach. It's like the heck, like that place. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like, how many unique things are you really finding in these storage like units or pawn, whatever
Pawns,
whatever is getting
shops.
pawned?
Mhm.
But like, it's gonna be guns, coins, cards,
Weird art.
and like different types of like equipment. You know, maybe like a washing machine. I don't know what
A
people
guitar.
pawn, but, you know, right? Yeah, guitars,
Guitars.
things like that. You're gonna probably have just certain people on hand that you're gonna go and have these conversations about.
Do y'all
Or
think
have
it'd be
these
cool?
conversations with.
Do y'all think it'd be cool to go to Las Vegas and just go and visit a bunch of pawn shops? Like, just go and see what kind of stuff we could find at the pawn shops. I bet it's lots of wedding rings and like watches and things like that.
Yeah, I think there's interesting things there. I think just walking into pawn shops is kind of cool, to be honest. Like,
Mhm.
just
I
look
find
at all
them
the.
gross.
They used to have some of the best video games. You go in there, some people pawn their old shit, and they don't even know. So I found some really good finds on pawn shops, but you don't see that anymore.
What's
You said they're
gross?
gross, Pooch?
Tony came up to Orlando. What was that?
You said they're gross?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I just find them
Pawn
kinda
shops.
gross.
Huh.
Yeah, pawn shop. I don't know.
They do
Like-
have a dusty and muskiness about them.
It's a dustiness, a muskiness.
Mhm.
It's somebody some crackhead brought this thing in, and it left it in crackhead condition. Okay, I don't know, something about
just
this.
for
Just
you. For that
Yeah,
special
I don't like it. I don't
crackhead.
like
That is true. I went and picked up a guitar at a pawn shop one time, and it left my hands black from dirt. And I was like, I don't think I want to try any more guitars in this pawn shop.
right. Yeah, one time Tony came up to Orlando for like a weekend, and we went to this place near my house or near my old house. And I don't even know if they're still there. Maybe they didn't survive the pandemic, but it was a pawn shop / gun range. So like you could go to this place and grab the pawned guns and shoot them at the gun range.
Wow. That's actually pretty clever marketing, bro.
And he had all types of shit. It was like what's it called when they like stuff animals?
Taxidermy.
Yeah, they had all types of like taxidermy things, all types of like upholstered materials. Then there were like guns. They had some
It was
guitars,
funny.
and then in the corner we went to the gun range. It was like a tiny ass gun range. It was like 3 little lanes. Like it was mad little. Like I felt like this is definitely the place where that guy who came to get a gun who's about to commit suicide shoots everybody in here. And then I was a little bit nervous. I was looking around, kind of like, all right, who's walking into this place? This place doesn't feel safe. This looks like where the mass shooters go to practice their shooting. It's like the pawn shop / gun range. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I
you're
was
definitely marketing to poor people. So pawn shops are already aimed at like people who don't have enough money for the item brand new.
Might be a hot take, but pawn shops is like similar to GameStop at this point. Really think about it. You bring in your old pre-owned bullcrap to a store that also sells other items. Like,
I mean, pawn shops are predatory, right? Like,
100%.
they exist as they like
It's like a form of loan sharking.
exactly
Because you can
right.
pawn-
Like people
there's,
think
like,
of pawn shops
pawning
as
and-
like a place where you sell something and then people sell something back to you. But really, they only sell these items when the original person who pawned it can't buy it back.
Yep.
Really, what they're doing is, oh, I brought my wife's wedding ring because I would need more crack to smoke. And they're like,
Damn.
cool, I'll give you $100 for it. When you come to buy it back, it's gonna cost $500. And they hold on to people's valuables because they know people are willing to part with more cash to get these valuables back. I don't think they exist for poor people. I think they exist to take money from poor people.
For sure. I had a buddy way back when we worked this not quite minimum wage job, but we were definitely living paycheck to paycheck and struggling. Everyone that worked there, and he had a really nice camera. He was a photographer, and he would pawn his camera every few months, and play that kind of dangerous game of hopefully I have enough here in 2 weeks before they put it on the floor to buy my camera back. Otherwise, here's my entire passionate side project that I can't do anymore. They're definitely a little predatory.
yeah, that's wild, man. Things you got to do. It's life, though. Everybody goes through their ups and downs. Damn, I was gonna ask you something, Pucho. I forgot now. Yo, real quick though, do you guys think that the NBA is rigged?
Oh, this is a
No.
huge conversation. Yeah, this is
Because-
a sidetracked.
No,
I don't.
There's
I
a
don't
lot of
think so.
complaints in this Heat game that just happened with 2 bad calls at the end, and I must say, here we go.
There's one bad call
Which one?
where they shot the 3-point and it hit the rim, and they called it a shot clock violation. That was against the Heat. That was a bad call. And I don't understand the NBA's like reviewing policy. I'm like, how do they not review this? That was my point of view. The Jalen Brunson foul thing was not a bad call. That was the right call.
The shooting foul?
What are your ugly? What are you
We're talking about the shooting foul?
What about these? What are these dumb?
Because
Jalen Brunson hit a 3-pointer. Hardenstein got fouled, so they gave them an extra shot. And then the question was, "Oh, did the foul? Is that the call you're talking about? Or you don't even know what call?
no, the call that he wasn't even shooting, and they called it a shooting foul. But he was passing the ball.
They were in the bonus. They were in the bonus.
I don't think I have to go back and
It
look at that. I
wasn't a
don't think they were
shooting
in.
foul.
I
What
don't
are
think
you
they were in the
talking about?
bonus.
Yeah, the call was there was a foul on the play. He hit the 3, and then they called the foul because a different player fouled a completely different player. No one touched Jalen Brunson. That wasn't even the problem. So then it became they were reviewing the play to see whether the player was getting the shot off before the referees called the foul, which was the case. They didn't call the foul until after he was in a shooting motion. So they said the shot stands, and now you guys still get the extra free throw because of the foul on the other player. It was a completely valid call. Anybody calling it an invalid call don't know shit about basketball.
I mean, they also are Heat fans that are saying that, but no, yeah, that rim shot thing, totally wrong. 100%. That's why I think it's rigged, because that shot goes in, Knicks don't win.
I don't even know if a ref could have seen that, because the only player who noticed it was the guy who caught the offensive rebound. He was literally standing under the rim. Nobody watching it thought it hit the rim until we saw the instant replay. So like it literally looked like an air ball. Like and then later you saw that all it did was like it went like the ball didn't even move its like motion. It like barely tipped it. Yeah, exactly. That thing. And Tony's 90-degree angle. Or Doey's.
It was
I don't remember who
Doey's.
did
It was
that.
Doey's.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad look. No, I do think that some teams get a lot more calls than other teams. And I just like to say, oh, it's a fix because it bothers people. But I do think like watching the Knick game in the beginning where they gave Mitchell Robinson fouls. The guy he didn't even play the last game. He just got fouled. He got fouled so many times that it was like they just had to keep benching him because they didn't want him to get fouled out. But basically it resulted in him not being able to play. I'm like, I don't know. It just be seeming like some of these calls be crazy.
Yeah. But either way.
It would benefit the NBA if these games were as long and drawn out as possible. So
Yeah, of course.
you can't say that there's no benefit for the NBA in it. There's gambling now. There's all sorts of, so an extra game is like how much revenue in gambling. You know what I mean? How much it's just there's a lot of stakes in this. So
Even that Celtic game tonight, right? I'm like, they called so many fouls for the Celtics right in the beginning of the game. And I'm just like, I'm like, yo, the NBA wants the Celtics to win so bad because if they go down 0-2, they're probably going to lose the series. And it's probably only going to be like 4 games. So if they win this series, maybe it goes to 6 games or 7 games. That's extra games of commercials, extra games of advertisements, extra games of FanDuel gambling and all types of stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I have those feelings sometimes. Like, you know, call me a conspiracy theorist. I'll accept it.
yeah, when you have billions of dollars at play, people will make shit happen.
Tony's only making a dumb face because he's a Celtics fan, not because of any of the arguments. Just because I said the Celtics.
I can't even argue any of those foul calls things because I didn't get to
you
watch
didn't watch
it.
the game. Exactly.
I didn't get to watch it.
That's why I'm like, why are you making a face? But
I didn't get to
whatever,
watch
I'm
it.
the bad guy.
And I told you what was going to happen when Embiid came back. I already told you what was going to happen. It was going to be bad. We were going to win. Because
Nobody else knows what you told them, though.
Because, all right, I told Pucho that off air, obviously. I told Pucho that Embiid coming back is going to be a problem for Philly. Because they won that first game without Embiid. It's because as a team, they were all relying on each other, right? Everybody was kind of like, okay, more strategies were opening up and all that. When you have Embiid, your center focus is Embiid. You can even, like, I guarantee you if I go back and watch it, when I go back and watch this game, Embiid's probably he's probably playing like a little at the 3-point line because they probably had a Hartford out at the 3, and then someone would cut in and Embiid would just automatically cut to the basket and there'll be an out to the pass to the 3. I guarantee that's how they were probably running their scheme against that. Because it's just, bro, because it's a focus point.
Embiid only shot 9 shots. He didn't even.
I'm saying on defense. Like, he was on defense, and they just had him guarding the paint. No matter if someone were to cut, he leaves whoever he's guarding and goes straight to protect the paint. I can swear that's probably the defense they were running. It's just
he got 5 blocks off of it. So,
but still, it didn't help though. I mean, they got blown out. I was happy when I woke up and saw that score.
Yeah, they got blown out because Harden went 2 for 14 and Maxey went 6 for 14. But
I see Maxey had like 3 or 4 fouls too. I don't know if those were early or not, but said I didn't.
They took him out in the second quarter. Yeah.
Sheesh. But yeah.
Yep. That's what I was saying. I'm like, these questionable calls. They take the key players off the court. And I'm like, I don't know. It just be seeming a little sus. Like,
Yeah.